Hey everybody, the Joyful Yogini here. It's time for the weekly reading. And you know what? When I do these videos, I'm just authentically me and I say it like it is. And I don't know if I should say I like or I dare myself to be, or it's just simply important for me to be vulnerable and just, hey, this is me. So, yeah, this past weekend, you can let me know if you've been feeling maybe some emotional ups and downs, releasing, whether you've been experiencing physical, mental, emotional, spiritual stuff going on. The energy is at an intensive place for transformation if you're open to it. And I think it will be more and more uncomfortable the less you are open to it. But sometimes our bodies are just super sensitive. So we're gonna, I don't know, I feel like we're all going through our own shit right now. So I hadn't had, okay, so before that, I got this head cold. And I'm almost through it. I'm still a little congested, just stuff is needing to just get out now. But I got it just before getting my girls ready off for university. So one of them was leaving on Friday and my ex was taking her. So that in itself was a little bit of emotional for me because I was wanting to be there and that experience with her. But she's totally independent and fine, and it wasn't a big deal for her. Like, it was just like, it's all good. So it was me needing to release that that expectation, that constriction, that desire. I was needing to let that go, and then guilt was coming up. And then I was taking my other daughter to also her first year of university. She just had to move in on a different day, and just the emotions wrapped around that. So whether it was me connecting in with what she was going through, and me and my own stuff coming up, and then my son couldn't get to his dad's fast enough on Friday. So like all of that was going on. And in the meanwhile, I had this head cold brewing and was feeling the exhaustion from it, yet wanting to help, but needing to just go to bed, you know? I was dealing with that. And then it was like full force the day before taking my other daughter on Sunday. So Saturday it was full force. Saturday night, not the best sleep. Friday night, terrible sleep. And then so Sunday morning, just before leaving and not feeling the best, I got my period after not having it for like 83 days. And so it's like, hey, let's just throw this into the mix. But all divine timing, right? Everything was coming up for release. You know, in here, I've been building a lot of inflammation. And so I'm on a cleanse as well. So I'm cleansing, I'm detoxing, got emotions coming up, saying goodbyes, guilt, sadness, new beginnings. Like there's a lot unraveling here. So you could very well be going through the same thing. Maybe timing is going to be a little bit different. Maybe it's later on this week if you haven't already been experiencing it. But I know there's a lot of parents out there that have been saying goodbye. So you might be able to relate on that level in your own unique way, right? So, but it's beautiful. It's about transformation. And today I did a chair yoga class. And I like to use solfeggio frequencies up here. I didn't bother turning it on because I didn't think you'd be able to see it, but it looks like you can. So anyways, I can casually do this in the background if it's not too much. If everything flows, then I'll get it going. So when I got to YouTube, the very first solfeggio healing frequency that was up was this beautiful butterfly and healing vibrations. And it was blue, and blue is about speaking your truth, to yourself, to others, being honest with yourself and what you need. And then butterfly representing transformation. And so I decided to use that. And the other thing I was really drawn to was today using the mudra, the lotus mudra. So where you put your pinky finger and your thumbs together and the pads of your hands are touching. Oh, let's go this one. Love, money, peace, good luck, powerful spiritual frequency. So let's go for that. There's probably going to be some type of commercial, so apologize. I'll get through that quick. I'll actually put the volume on low. This show is not sponsored by Mitsubishi. Just so you know. Okay, I can skip the ads. Energy of the cat. Healing frequency. Energy, interesting. So I'll get back to this mudra, but I first want to say about the cat is cats are very independent and have that, they can have that fierceness to them, like don't mess with me, right? But also, like when they purr, that vibration is so calming and peaceful and grounding. And then the cats, some cats all the time, and some cats just a little bit of the time, can be really affectionate and on their own timing, right? And that affection can be just so deep. And when they purr and give you affection, wow. So the cat really honors themselves and gives love when they have energy to give. And sometimes it's because they also, well, all the time, they also want to receive. So it's that creating that beautiful energetic balance of giving and receiving. Sometimes dog energy can be a little bit more, I'll say exhausting sometimes, and sometimes it can be exhausting because they're wanting to receive, not just give. If they, but they're giving so deeply at the same time, but the energy that they need back, because they have so much energy to give, so they have a balance of the give and receive, but sometimes it's just like too intense. Like Chewy, for example, he can, I need to okay, that's enough. We need to take our own corners down, settle down, right? But this is beautiful independence. Okay, back on this mudra. So the lotus mudra is about rebirth. It's about a rebirth through your heart. And the lotus can be, this is what I said during my class. I was just really guided to say this, so I'll share it with you again. And then I just wanted to mention, it was such brilliant alignment, because then I listened to my favorite spiritual healer and coach counsel. I was watching one of her videos this morning, and she had a lotus video and was talking about the lotus and saying the same message, or really in alignment with the one that I was doing this morning with Cheer Yoga. So when that happens, it's just one of those, I get so much gratitude and excitement for the actual alignment, having those confirmations, because sometimes I can get in a place of not trusting, right? The messages that come up for me for other people, I can so easily give and see the awesomeness in them and the truth within it. And then also getting the confirmation for the messages I give to others and the way they receive it, and they still receive it in their own unique way. You know, they get a new depth to the message that I don't necessarily have. I just ignite the channel and give the message and the vibration, and then they transmute it and create their own healing in their own unique way. So that is such an honor. So I also want to, I'm sharing a lot this, I was gonna say this morning, but we're actually in this afternoon, at least when I'm filming this. So it is you on your own divine timing. Okay, so the message about the lotus is that lotus flowers can be birthed from a mud puddle. And you know, when we see a mud puddle, maybe as kids, we'd be great at like stomping it and bringing up all the mud and just enjoying the experience of that happening, that joy of that, unless our parents end up getting upset that we had so much fun, right? But that experience can be so freeing. Then we start to not like mud puddles because they're a representation of being dirty, and you'll get filthy or grime on your boots or your clothes. And so mud puddles could now have an association of more annoyance for some of you. And so the message of the lotus is also about embracing the mud, because we will have emotions coming up, we will have discomfort coming up, we will feel constricted sometimes, we will feel anxious, we will be overwhelmed sometimes, be stressed, be so angry and frustrated, or feeling so much guilt, as just examples, right? And all of that can feel so uncomfortable, and sometimes we can feel alone. All of that disruption that we can have on any given day or intensely within a certain period of time, right? Can be the representation of the mud. And sometimes we need to embrace the mud. I was gonna say find the joy in the mud, but that can be a real stretch sometimes, right? Maybe in hindsight, maybe we can strive for the goodness that is within and transforming within the muddiness of our lives, the constriction, the pain, the scariness of it all. And we know there's always some excitement that we can embrace. And so sometimes it's just about remembering that we can even be excited about the current mud puddles we might be wading in right now, because it's bringing us to a new level of alignment in who we are, in understanding in who we are, and having clarity in what's for our highest and greatest alignment. You know what I'm drawn to share is that I am once again in a position of where I can make choices. And I have been in this similar position on many occasions. You know, so when I had my first child and I was on that leave, I had such a need to stay home with her, to not go back to work, which was so confusing for me because I am Capricorn. I am climb that mountain. Career is where my focus always is. It's always on that. What do you mean I'm not going to be a stay-at-home mom? Are you kidding me? I need to strive, right? But no, it was what was right for me and for my daughter to stay home. We both she needed to be around me, and I needed to heal through her. Oh my goodness, so great at pushing my buttons and fueling my joy, finding a joy I didn't realize had resided within me. And then my next one came, and she wasn't as independent. She could do so much right from a very young age, so strong and determined, but she really needed to be with me. And then my son came. And in order for me to stay at home, so beautiful learnings from all of them. And my son having a boy is just such a brilliant experience. Boys are so sensitive and gentle. And we're taught to be so no, you don't cry, you don't, you need to be strong, you don't show that you're weak, and it's okay to be angry, and it's okay to be frustrated. Those ones are okay. Yet they're so gentle and loving, and they haven't been necessarily been taught to connect in with emotions. What's going on in there? It's our internal barometer. It tells us, our emotions tell us whether something's working for us and whether something's not working for us. And sometimes we need to voice with love what is not working for us, but not coming from a place of anger or frustration, because when we're there, they're not going to hear us. We need to be in a place of, you know what, this is me, this is what I've been feeling. And this goes for no matter what sex you are, or gender, or whatever you resonate as. It's just being a human being. When we can tap in to the what's going on the inside, we're tapping in to our core essence of who we are. And what's right for us is not always going to be right for other people. So whatever these kind of unwritten rules that are within the society, they're unwritten for a reason. They're not supposed to be necessarily your rules. And so I'm talking about what's right or wrong, whether you have alcohol, cannabis, peanut butter, saturated fats, whether you think aspartame is okay for you, and whether you compost or not. These are just examples of some rules that we might think is right or wrong, and it's okay for you to have them for yourself, right? But I also think it's important for you to set your own boundaries for what is right for you, what's right for your body, what creates joy for you, what creates balance. We need to create our own boundaries and not let someone else's choices of how they need to live change what you need. If you need something, such as to eat a certain way, as an example, then make those changes in your life. And you need to do what's best for you. Stop sacrificing yourself. So for some of you, that might resonate. Apparently it needed to come out. So we're in a beautiful time of transformation, and we are like the lotus flower being birthed from the mud puddles that we've been having in our lives. And some of us have been having the same type of mud puddles several times in this lifetime, or maybe happening within lifetimes. And some of you are also clearing out stuff from your ancestors. Just within your DNA. You don't even have to know what it's about, but stuff might come up and out. Flow with it. Acknowledge it. Thank the mud puddle for what it's taught you, or how you are honoring yourself and your ancestors to clear it by acknowledging it, saying it's not my that's not who I am. Maybe it's just not who I am now. And send it back to where it came from, cleansed with love and light. You can do this action if you like as well, or just take a deep breath in. On that breath in, it's as if you are collecting all of the old and embrace the transformation into the new. That will not only go back to whoever it came from, which might be you, and it will come back to you cleansed. So embracing you being a channel for healing for yourself and for others. And sometimes, I've said this before, sometimes just you being yourself and going about your thing within the world will sometimes set people off, will push their buttons. And just think of it as you being an earth angel of helping others to transform. Sometimes we are assholes in each other's lives. That's how we might be received, right? But it's brilliance. Take a deep breath in, all that you've learned, breathe in that mud puddle, bless it, thank it, and breathe it out into beautiful transformation back to sender. And you also taking on the healing. Beautiful transformational energy. Breathe in the transformational energy within your whole body. Maybe you're breathing up your feet along with Mother Earth energy. And as you breathe out, feel it expanding within you and outward, encompassing every single cell within your body. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm also sending this out to everyone within my community, as well as throughout Canada, as well as throughout the world. Beautiful. I did not know that beautiful healing was going to be channeled through. So that is beautiful. I hope you don't mind me being cut off to the side. I just want, maybe I'll do a little less. I just want you to still take in the energy from this vibration. Even if you can't hear it, don't worry, it is part of this transmission. So it's within the video itself by you interacting with it in some way. Okay, I got a little message coming up. Okay, so I'm going to see if there's any other messages that want to come through to help us acknowledge, transmute, heal, integrate, to help us incorporate it within our consciousness, within our lives. So what do we need? What goddess message or messages want to come through for us today? That one, that one, that one. Okay. The first one, Pele. Divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desires? Oh, I was going to get back to finishing that story that is related to this. So I decided to stay home with my kids, right? And in order for it to work, I needed to bring in some money. So through the inspiration of others and a very special friend at that time, I started my own business, and it was going really well. It was beautiful. It was building. And then things I experienced within life, and the triggers and the fears and anxiety and the not enough, those messages that were coming up created constriction in what I was creating. And then I ended up, I'll say I felt forced through the constriction and through others and through the reptilian type of reaction that was needed to deal with what I was dealing with at the time. I ended up needing to get like a part-time job, and I could only find something and things that were like, okay, like I worked at a paint store for a while. The people there were beautiful people, and I met beautiful people coming in. That was all meant to be. But yet, of course, there was something missing. A lot of my time was dedicated to not something that sparked my joy. And I ended up getting injured when I was there. I didn't think it was going to be long lasting. But then I got a different part-time job, and I was working within an area that I felt like I was 18 again. And there were positives, and there were things that made me sad and longing for something better, feeling not good enough again, and not able to manifest the brilliance that I knew I and you are capable of, right? But it just wasn't seeming to go anywhere. And so when you think about the pressure needed to create a diamond, we've had experiences in our life that was creating pressure and like discomfort and needing to do something different. And all of these learnings along the way are a big ass mud puddle, right? And then more pressure into, with COVID, and I lost my job there. But that job was making me even more sick. There was another job in between working with youth in crisis. So that brought up so much stuff. I'm like, I can't handle this. I'm an empath. This is so much muddy waters. So being in other people's muddy waters, like on a level that I wasn't ready for, because of all the other stuff that was also coming up within family and within, again, not being in alignment. And then losing the job with COVID and needing a beautiful opportunity to heal more, then needing to find something again and feeling like I had failed in the past with my business. So I'll do a little bit. I really think I can do it, but I'm not sure because I really fucked it up before, right? And needing to work through all that. And then getting another part-time job that I learned so much from and had beautiful experiences with people and not so beautiful experiences. And more constriction and then once again at a place of, what am I going to do? Am I going to get another part-time or full-time job that is not in alignment with me just so I can make ends meet, or am I going to focus on growing my business? So look within what you've been experiencing, right? Those are the biggest learnings and for me, it's being in alignment with the core essence of who I am and trusting and believing in me and owning all of who I am. Can you relate? Okay, so the divine passion, right? It was be honest with yourself. What's your heart's true desires? When you think about the power of a volcano, stuff has been bubbling up, it's been building, we've been going through so much disruption. Everything's been disrupting and getting hot, and we've been some things have been coming out we've been needing to deal with, right? And the pressure's been building. Let's just release the constriction around it, right? Embrace our mud puddles, embrace our own inner volcano, our fire. This is, for me, this is the way I can experience Kundalini energy. It's like from that root, coming up from Mother Earth, igniting that divine passion, coming up through our joy center, right? And where we give birth to things, and needing and coming up to our solar plexus, our confidence, our courage, our inner strength, our willpower, that inner lion and lioness energy, and making choices from our heart, allowing our heart to open and really embracing what we love, and speaking our truth of what we need, and trusting that we are so worthy of that. So yes, we're gonna do it. And then in our third eye, it's like bringing that again, that Kundalini energy is coming up to our third eye, which is our inner wisdom. It is our inner wisdom, our inner power. It is where we connect in with like our blueprint of what we've been going through within this lifetime, and what resources are available to assist us. I just heard the cat meow. Okay. Love it. Okay. So connecting in with that third eye, that inner wisdom, and then going up to our crown, which is the gateway. It is the gateway to our access with our complete soul, right? That complete energetic soul is accessible. What windows of opportunities are available? It's the data and everything that we've experienced in all areas, or in all of our lifetimes, in all dimensions. That information is there. And it's also, I did a little bit of a different order, by the way, because there's 4 more. So it's like windows of opportunity, and then it's your data center, and then it's your soul, and I call it all of your energetic levels all combined. And then on top is our interconnectedness, source, universe. And so this divine passion helps to align all of it. So if we can let go of the constriction, we can fully align. We can let go and flow. Cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. So tune in to what's going on within you. Tune in to pay attention to those emotions, honor those emotions, speak your truth to yourself, speak your truth through your heart, not from a place of distortion, anger, frustration, just through your heart, coming from love. This is me, this is what's been happening. What's happening on your end? Being really curious, because it's not just you going through stuff. They will be going through stuff, whoever they is within your life, and you will ignite each other to bring this stuff, like as a gift, to bring it to the surface. And then you have an opportunity to openly talk about it. And if you are within relationship, or maybe there's disruption within family members, your mother, a sibling, and you would like assistance to be able to walk through it and to heal some ancestral trauma in this lifetime and past lifetimes, I would be an honor, or it would be an honor to be able to walk you through that. So if that's something that you're drawn to, okay, Guinevere. True love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. I just heard the cat meowing again. So that is a beautiful card. So whether you are currently within a relationship or if you are not in a relationship, this true love is coming to you. So if you're currently within a relationship, the depth of your relationship is coming to a new place of openness. If this does not resonate, then there might be a crumbling of an old relationship that you're currently within. And then the new love is being drawn to you. And it will be in divine timing, because it needs to happen when you are ready. There will be some healing that might need to happen. But it could be very quick. It could be within the next 3 years. So it depends on who is listening. So what feels right for you? But if you're currently within a relationship, there is a detanglement that has been happening. And I see golden energy and diamond-like energy working within our hearts, and it's been transmuting. It's been transmuting, lightening, opening. It's been becoming, transforming, transmuting into, through the codes that have been coming in, but into the divine core essence of who you are. So this is happening on an energetic level that also needs to happen on a cellular physical level. So you might have been experiencing or will experience some disruption in your physical body as well as mental, emotional, and spiritual stuff will all be going through a transformation. So that is beautiful. That's what's happening right now. So when you're in relationship, if you're not in relationship with someone, you are still going through this beautiful heart healing. And it's opening us up and giving us an opportunity once we let go of the old thought patterns and we allow ourselves to be open and to flow. Transformation will happen. Focus on your own transformation, and transformation and openness will happen around you, to the people around you. So this, I feel such depth of love that is so incredibly beautiful. Cordelia, go outside. You've been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. It's really hot out there in where I am, Ontario, Canada. It is really hot. It was really hot yesterday too. If it's okay for your health, try to get outside, and maybe it's going to be later in the evening, right, when it cools down. But get outside, ground your feet, take in Mother Nature. It's a beautiful time to do that. I'm going to end this just by pulling an affirmation from I'm a Badass affirmation deck. If swearing bothers you, if you have a perception of it being bad, then I sign off now, because then this part won't be for you. But if swearing is an issue for you, you might not be attracted to my videos, because sometimes I do swear, right? Sometimes it feels right with the energy, the vibration of what I'm feeling. And to honor myself, I'm gonna fucking do it. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull a card. Whoa. Okay. There's a few cards that came out, 3 of them. You can use whichever ones resonate for you. Repeat this after me. Out loud, even better, but if it's internally, works too. I let that shit go. So say that. I let that shit go. We are releasing the constriction. I am fucking fearless. You're gonna go after your desires and you're gonna trust that you are powerful and things are flowing to you. You are more than enough. In fact, you are a brilliant genius in your own unique way. Yeah, this is the last affirmation, but there's more. Oh, this is a rampage of affirmations. I can totally fucking do this. Say that. I can totally fucking do this. Yes, you fucking can. You can totally fucking do it. I have a badass life that I love. Be in gratitude for what is currently in your life. There is so much beauty and awesomeness. Be in gratitude for that so you can bring more of that in. And finally, I can overcome any fucking obstacles. I can overcome any fucking obstacles. You can, and you have, again and again and again. You can handle whatever life is going to throw you. And you know what? That's beautiful affirmation or confirmation for me. I love teaching improv classes, and I haven't done it in a while, and it's for personal growth and development. And with the activities that we do, I create a safe space, safe, non-judgmental space, so you can walk through fears of feeling like you can't handle shit. But you can, and you allow shit to come out of your mouth, and you trust you can deal with it, and you trust that they're going to accept it too, because it's yes and, so they should be accepting it. And you learn that whatever they do, you just have to flow with anyways. So it helps you to let go and flow and trust in yourself. It's amazing if you want to be a better public speaker. So I don't have like a course happening right now, but I've been being more drawn to create one. So maybe this October I'll create one. Anyways, if you want to bring me in to your work to do a workshop like this, whether it's like an 8 or 10 week, where every week you go deeper through layers. And we can figure out how we could do it online too, but it's so much more fun in person. Anyways, I hope you have a brilliant rest of your week. If you need any support, you can book a session with me. You can go onto my website. It's coming together. I have a Calendly now, so you can schedule in appointments through my Calendly. My website is getting more and more easier to be able to book with me. So it's undergoing a transformation in its own divine timing. So from my light to your beautiful, amazing light. Namaste.